financial gain involved, especially if these lessons involve contracts. Welcome back to the channel, guys. As we get started with your love reading, we are using the Price of Love Oracle. So if you are new to the channel, please check the description box. There is a link to my Etsy store for all of the products and services, how to book your own personal readings, my contact information. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at iBuns. We also have our membership platform through Patreon, which I appreciate all of my new subscribers. So thank you guys, especially if you are deadlocked and loyal to Pisces TV. A lot of the exclusive footage, bonus readings, daily vibe extendeds for Pisces TV is like Patreon's platform. So this is for my Starseed Collective. Crosswatchers are welcome. You know, if you ain't with the collective, it's fine. If you're dating one of us, right? Here on YouTube, we have Join. So take a look at that. The membership section here, as well as the merchandise and our community board, where I will be hosting virtual mixers, a lot of webinars, my tarot courses, as we get through the quarantines or whatnot. If you don't use it, you'll lose it. So stay active in some way, okay? I like to do an introduction. I'll do a Celtic crossed out spread, and we are going to do a pick a card at the end of the video. So go ahead and set those intentions now. As I dive into these cards, now I knew somebody was watching something. I knew something was being observed. I knew communication had something to do with this, maybe some not talking, okay? And then, I don't know if I'm just a sweetheart and I like for people to miss me, but I did have a little voice in my head say that they miss you, they're thinking of you, or they're doing the same thing that you're doing. If you guys are in separation from a person, or if you're just single, and I'm telling you about a future person that you may meet. It's like right now, maybe the both of you are kind of chilling because we start out with solitude, okay? And when I shuffle the cards to see, well, what is this solitude all about? What it looks like observation. So either, and it's so cute, I like to be general, and then you guys give me feedback of like the weirdest situations. But we have stargazing. Some of you guys could be looking at the stars, and even though I'm hopeless romantic, hey, the cards say that you could be sitting outside looking at the stars, honey. And they could too, and that's kind of sweet. We have the little lantern here, right? So I'm thinking about Aquarian energy or stars, okay? Hopes, wishes, dreams, and kind of probably not being where you want to be with that, okay? But that's all right. As the sun sets, maybe coming into some realization or moving out of that energy and kind of like sitting to self. So there may be some stillness, all right? The Page of Swords does say, however, that if there isn't communication, it's a time for listening. To be still and listen. Listen to your heart, honey. Maybe they're listening to their heart. But like I said, for some of you in separation, I feel like there could still be a watcher, okay? Or because drama is here with the Page of Swords, I just feel that there could have been reckless communication in the past that could have caused some sort of separation. And for those of you that aren't dealing with any of those things, my first mind did say to kind of stay away from drama. Stay to yourself, do your thing, stay inside or whatever, because it's like for some, they are a reflection of what is in them. Okay, so I don't care if it's readers on YouTube, I'm one of them. People in your environment, your children, your ex, whoever the case may be, it's kind of like your inner reality is reflected in the outer reality. So just be very observant of the things that you see in your day-to-day life. All right. Now, in the challenging area, here we have 23, could be a 5. It talks about drama. Okay. And we see the mask here. Now, for me, the mask not only talks about an act, hiding. Okay. It could also be deception. All right. Or someone as simple as hiding their truth. You could be hiding your truth. Someone else could be hiding their truth. Or it's like a stage play where things are kind of going on and they've been cultivated. They've been orchestrated and arranged. So it's kind of like just watch from a distance. Okay, I like that. Now I'm going to take one card. Look at that. Conflict and drama. Okay, steer clear away from that. That's very interesting. Now, as we have Miro over here, for those of you where there's like this inner conflict, insecurities, or something like that, I feel that Miro time, because I learned that through watching who is it, Tyra Banks, and she had the top model or whatnot. And it's like spending time in the mirror may help you with some of them selfies, you know, or with any type of inner conflict that you could have. Now, when I think about Hermit energy, there could be Virgo, okay? And if not Virgo, maybe an earth sign, okay? But like I said, air sign as well, because as I thought about Aquarius, we have the Page of Swords here, okay? But definitely like, I still like it because you kind of stay away from it. And look, we have the Page of Swords with the Five of Swords, which gives us the Six of Swords energy. And it's kind of like moving away from somebody. Like if this was my Kipper deck, this is like the false mask right here. So that's definitely going to tell us something. I can't wait to clarify that. Now, when I moved to clarify Miro, we have the Empress. And notice that Miro is a 6. The Empress is 3. So we have 2 3s here. Okay. Now the Empress is divine wisdom. It also talks about abundance and fertility and growth. Okay. And this is just kind of like a good energy over here. Okay. Where something I feel like on this side is requiring your attention, or required some sort of stillness in the past, okay? Watching something from a distance because there was some kind of drama and chaos in the center. Some of you could have, you know, dealt with a person that wanted to be the center of attention. Or you know, I try to take the blame away from y'all all the time. But I definitely like that. I like that for a lot of you guys to have the Empress and have mirroring and have this abundance. Maybe some of you guys are focusing on your children. Okay, like now it's not the time for dating or partying and all of that good stuff. It's kind of like a small child. And then we have, like I said, this stillness, this going within, this being inside of the house. Maybe some of you have small children in the house. And drama is not good for them, of course, right? But we got 55 right here. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And I know if you're anything like me, just kind of like interested in what this drama is all about. What is this drama? There needs to be balance in the situation, patience, and something about the past. All right, maybe learning from the past. But we are going to go ahead and get started. Solitude, drama, mirroring. Okay. Who got drama? Raise your hand. We don't really do no drama over here. I'm going to have to get my... Do I want to get my little drama cards out? Okay. Ooh. Let's talk a little bit about it. As we go into the tarot of sexual magic, I'm going to use it. The card said drama, honey. So maybe that's what Pisces, my Aquarius moon, my star seeds, I'm going to use it. Okay. We got the Four of Swords. We have the Four of Cups. Okay. So look at that. We got 44 again. So I'm going to shuffle them up. Even though I felt like those cards really wanted to tell us a story. These aren't so traditional. So when I use these, I go over the traditional aspects of the meaning of the card. And then I'll read from the guidebook. So as we get started, do know that the extended to this video will be made available in our membership section. And we start out with the Knight of Wands, okay? Now, the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, which we just saw, could be a teacher, could be a wealthy man, could be some lessons, could be talking about some money, an investor. Some of y'all into that kind of stuff, sugar daddies and whatnot. And the Knight of Wands did come up in our daily vibe. Or was it the page? It was the Knight of the Page. But in this deck, The Knight of Wands is kind of like not the bad guy, whereas the Knight of Pentacles would talk about rushing or need to be more patient in a love situation. This one talks about, I feel, just the difference. Okay, so the current energy that we start out for you guys in the, what is that, the Knight of Wands, we have embracing the magic of the spike of wheat. The bond that prevents others from escaping us is made not of fear, but of joy, not of chains, but of freedom, not of past promises, but of future plans. Okay, so it's kind of like a short adventure. Okay, sorry about that interruption, guys. So yeah, with the Knight of Knaves, we were talking about letting go of the past and moving forward, and not like holding on too tightly. Maybe there's some energy, okay, if not you, someone in your environment, where maybe they've come out of some drama, or maybe you guys have had some drama in the past, or just, you know, a real rounded type of person that just don't really do drama. But that's what we got coming out. Now, what's crossing the current situation with this Knight of Wands, so you get one card here. We have the Four of Cups wants to come back out. So I also see the Chariot. So my first mind is like how you come across, or being assertive. So be assertive, but not controlling. All right. Now, in this deck, the Four of Cups talks about a habit. See, the magic of the scissors, and it talks about immobility, habit, and indifference caused by routine must be fought. All right. So I'm thinking of bad habits. Okay, not sure. And then immobility, as we could see, the Chariot came out. So it could be, like I said, if not transportation, I can't get to you, maybe being at a distance. And then I did see the Queen of Wands come out with this little magnet right here. Maybe it's like the energy that you put out is also energy you get back, because this Knight of Wands kind of talks about being in search of something as well. This magnet here with these scissors is like something you just can't cut off, or something that needs to be cut off. But like I said, it talks about habit and indifference caused by routine must be fought. So in your relationships, maybe there's something that you always do, or in this relationship there's something that always happens, and that probably needs to be monitored. Okay, now the lesson involved, and this may help, we got the Knight of Swords. And so my first mind said Russian. Definitely said Russian, honey. Bottom of the deck, confirmation. It is definitely Russian. Okay, so we may have a habit of that. Those of you that could, you know, be dealing with abandonment issues and traumas, that kind of attract, why did I say these low income ass relationships? These, you know, low vibe kind of like relationships, okay? And maybe in the past. Now in this deck, the Knight of Swords talks about taming. See, look at that. Now the Chariot is like these horses going hard, honey. And it talks about somebody maybe not wanting to be tamed, okay? But the center of the reading, again, we have taming. The magic of the frogs. And so some of us may have had to kiss some frogs, honey, before, you know, we get to that other. But it says hunting is an age-old sport. The ends justify the means, and today's prey will be tomorrow's hunters, and vice versa. So it's kind of like, oh, I don't like that. But it's kind of like the dark horse and the white horse, you know, where one person, you know, it tries to be understanding and work things out. They become the people who hurt them, right? Or the people who were hurt become those that aren't really emotionally tameable, or something like that. But we'll see. There needs to be some harmony involved here. But here we have a hunter type energy and the Four of Chalices, which traditionally talks about abandoning a commitment. So somebody is like not living up to an agreement, an arrangement, or something like that. And I feel like they're not living up to it because of rushing or just like not wanting to be tamed. Okay, somebody gonna have to crack the whip. Now here we have the Six of Pentacles, which in the past could tell us a little bit about balance and giving and taking. Okay, and maybe someone is taking too much. All right, maybe. Now with the Six of Pentacles for you guys, and this is coming up in the past position, so maybe someone had to weigh some of their options. And since the King of Pentacles keeps coming up, that could have been a factor, okay? But the Six of Pentacles in this deck talks about boredom, okay? The magic of the cut apple. There are loves of the past and loves of the future. There is only one love today, and it must not be neglected. Now look at this. This talks about past, present, and future. This talks about love. This talks about hunting and chasing and running and not. And look at this. It kind of like ties it all in together with past and future and love and neglecting. Okay, so there is only one love today, and it must not be neglected. And so this is that negligence. That negligent energy is the conflict or the challenge here. And then with the Knight of Wands, like I said, this need to not be held down, and it talks about embracing. So it's like something that is being neglected should be embraced. I do like that. Okay, now what's crowning this situation that came out pretty tough, we got the Strength card. And look at that again, this controlling, taming kind of energy. And it's like she done wrestled them to the ground. Now, in the other decks with the Strength card, she is a little bit more graceful. That feminine energy is a bit more graceful. Because I'm even looking at, you know, how you approach the situation is like, you know, oh, goody two shoes. But then here in the center of the reading, we got, you know, what's happening behind closed doors, honey. And that's like, that's something else, okay? So just to move back off of that, but I just wanted to throw that out there. It's like something that happens outside and then something else that happens behind closed doors. And then we still have this person behind the curtains and this person peeking into, you know what I mean? So it's just a lot going on with that. Now it talks about bashfulness. Oh no, not bashfulness. Sorry about that. I am looking at the Eight of Cups. So for some of y'all, it's like leave it alone. Leave that alone. But with the Strength card, we have dominion. So the magic of the contact. Supremacy requires the utmost concentration of magic force to resist outside attacks. So for all of the lower vibrational energies out there that aren't really what you want, that have no commitment involved, that may be opportunist or may have just like I said, some idea of what they want, where they kind of like push to. Russia may also have you guys like overseeing something, so just be mindful of that. But we keep talking about control, dominance, and then we started out with not having that, like the need to not have that. So for some of you guys, maybe relationship season is going to be opening up, and it's like if you don't want to have the same issues that you had in a past situation, regardless of what side of the seat you sat on, don't be overly controlling of whatever, okay? Because the pig, for me, I don't know if this is a pig or a bull, but that's kind of like somebody who's greedy and nasty anyway. And then here she is. It's like too much work to try to keep him to be, you know, still. And maybe that pig want their cake and eat it too. You know, how you met them And then what happens, something about what happens behind closed doors is kind of different. But moving forward, I just saw the devil, honey. Some of you guys may be dealing with Capricorn, honey. I see around kind of like that, where the past we had 7 pentacles, and in the future, the past we had 6 pentacles, and in the future we have 7 pentacles. Okay, futuristically speaking. Now the 7 of Pentacles talks about tiredness. Okay, so this is like somebody really just running around having adventures, and then maybe they have this breaking point of getting tired. Okay, so this is kind of like maybe neglecting something, and it could be because I just got tired of it. Okay, maybe if you're wondering why a person ghosted you or why the situation didn't work, it was like, maybe it came in too fast. You guys got close too fast. And then it's like, I really don't want this because I started dealing with you and you done pulled out the whip and the chain or whatever. But, or you to the other person, feel free to transfer the roles. I could be telling you how they feel, or maybe this is how you feel. But it says, a love cannot remain pure and precious over time unless you learn how to give energy to your partner. So somebody may be feeling unwanted, or this person may not put a lot of energy into the relationship aspect. So it's kind of crazy how a lot of these things are adding up, right? Where we have the scissors, and these are all probably like dangerous objects or something like that. And she has scissors too, right? And then over here, it's like they've been eating all these apples, honey, and everything is all gone. And it's kind of like maybe I ran through this too fast, okay? Maybe gluttony. I don't know. So, the challenging aspect to this situation, so just watch it. Where in the past, you had more than enough, and this future is kind of like it ain't as much as it was. Okay, something about that. Now the challenge is change for sure. Maybe someone wants to know if you've changed. Look at that. Here's the King of Swords. They want to know if you've changed, had a change in mindset. It could also talk about a change in finances. Okay, but these 2 cards are still both telling me about a need of some sort, because the 4 of Cups may talk about needs not being met or habits that need to change. All right, and then when we get to the 2 of Pentacles in this deck, it talks about embarrassment. So where traditionally the 2 of Pentacles is financial embarrassment, for others of you it doesn't have to be that. Okay, it's kind of like you rush to get into a situation, or there's this need for freedom. And maybe somebody wants sexual freedom because maybe they into some freaky deaky shit. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. But embarrassment talks about uncertainty, unease, and the fear of getting involved must be overcome. So here's the challenging aspect. This is why it isn't working. This is why you may wonder if they want you, or they wonder if you want them, or this commitment with the King of Pentacles, this ideal situation, this partnership that may have been fated in the stars, it's kind of like on pause because somebody may not feel accomplished enough. Okay, may not. Now the environment of how they see you, how you may see them. Oh, I saw the World and I saw the Fool, so it's different for all y'all. They may think that you're the one. And look, the World card, we had 21, and so here's 21 again. And we had the Empress card comes out, which is like divine feminine energy, and I just had the Moon, so good deal. But in the environment, the Ace of Cups talks about ecstasy, the magic of the comb and brush, loving magic crowned by success, satisfaction, festivities, a good reason to be happy and in love. So where this energy and this energy meet it's kind of like 5 cups, because this person actually truly likes you, or you truly like this person, but there's a missed opportunity somewhere where it's like somebody may be controlled by money in a situation with somebody, you know, because I talked about partnerships, and it's like I got money tied into a situation and I can't really just get out of that right now. But I feel whatever there was too much of in a situation, there's going to be a little less of that regardless, because I have to be really general with you guys. Okay, where I feel like things are running out. Something is running out. Now, the benefit of that when it talks about love, if we are distracted by money and things and fame or whatever, I feel with the quarantine or with the way life is changing, some people are not going to have those distractions. Where before you were content, you know, you didn't need this and I ain't ready for that. But it's like as those distractions kind of dwindle away, maybe they'll have some more time for cuddling. I don't know. Now, what do you want out of this situation? Aww. You want happiness. You want love. Look, you just like your stuff may have run out. Your fruit may have run out in the 7 of Pentacles, but this Sun card says that I'm going to fill it back up. Whatever ran out, baby, I got some more of it. That's kind of cute. Okay, and I got the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. That's super cool. Gemini energy. But the 6 of Pentacles with the Sun, when I asked, like, well, what are your hopes and your wishes? This is definitely cute next to the Ace of Cups, because this is like a family unit. This is happiness. This is, you know, a spiritual union. This is the divine masculine. Or you want somebody to tell you how they feel, right? When the sun is out and you watering the plants, because we talk about this water right here, the fruit and everything is going to grow. But I feel like there's this period of time, like I said, where we had drama and the false mask. It's kind of like something that's going on outside is not what the fuck is going on inside. And maybe some of us don't really see that right off for whatever that's worth, okay? But with the Sun card, you have fusion. All right, I like it. It talks about fascination. The eye is the mirror of the soul and creates with the magic of thought. If partners suggest happy images to each other, the couple reaches a state of union and lasting splendor. So look at that, where we had mirroring in the introduction, and it talked about suggest happy images to each other. Now, some of y'all might be sending pictures or whatnot, and that's kind of cute. But whatever. And the eye is the mirror of the soul and creates with the magic of thoughts. So your thoughts become things, and your reality is definitely a reflection of something internal, okay? Now, if partners suggest happy images to each other, the couple reaches a state of union and lasting splendor. That kind of tells me that we don't be overly critical of each other. We don't try to crack the whip and control the other, because it's like someone, whether or not whoever you are, someone just likes freedom for fuck's sake, right? They don't even have to be doing nothing. And then the other person is just very controlling, and I feel like it's out of habit. And if you have dealt with people that have tried to control you, you would naturally be rebellious. Like, I don't care if I just met you and you ain't done nothing to me. Naturally, I may be a little bit defensive about obligations and contracts and commitments, right? And then on the flip side, you have someone else that may not have had a lot of freedom, or, you know, have abandonment issues where you have to keep everything up under your nose, honey, to enjoy it. And it's like you may need to grow out of those habits, and your person may need to grow out of some habits, or this could just be different aspects of you, okay? But that's kind of cute. I still like the star, the sun coming out with the Ace of Cups there. So the outcome we have, before we move into the extended, I want to see this because I like it. Here's that King of Swords, and see, he came out a second ago when I talked about the environment. and I said how someone views you or whatever the case may be, the King of Swords talks about leadership and victory. Now, leadership and victory, okay, could be one and the same when it comes to controlling. Let me tell you how. When it talks about dictating, okay, so the King of Swords is very intelligent, very smart, very strategic, may not have a lot of patience, and is well worth that intellectual trust. Like, I'm gonna map out this thing, and this is how it's gonna go, and we're gonna go in like this, left, right, left, come out through the back, and it would be victorious. However, when dealing with the little cadets or a person in a relationship that may not, one, be used to that level of psychological bliss, that genius, and then two, you just don't like the approach because there's not a lot of water here. It's like you just, there's no love, and we just talk. You don't show me it, like, whatever. But I feel with the Strength card, where I was going with it was, it's like there's this graceful, non-combative kind of approach to strength. When we talk about the feminine and masculine aspects, and a lot of you, as we go through this ascension and this growth and this spiritual journeys and whatnot, you guys are being pushed and tugged on internally through source, and then the world around you is testing you and growing you as well as your relationship. So what I'm seeing here definitely talks about you can control the situation, but it's like you need to be smart about it, and just really grabbing somebody by the horns and rustle them down to the ground. That's not real cool, because this person ain't into all that. When I think about the King of Swords, this is a very analytical person that could be easy to argue with, but at the same time easily misunderstood, okay? And as we talk about the past with the Ace of Cups, it's like that's a strength there, though. Either they have a strong liking for children, or there is love, or maybe this love in the past that kind of ran out could be why they're refusing to change, their ways when it comes to the shit that they're doing behind the closed doors. I don't know. But we're going to talk about this in the extended, so if that's where we leave off, I definitely appreciate you guys for spending time. Until next time, namaste.